Good morning to all EU participants to this info session, and good afternoon to our partners in Taiwan. We are starting the webinar, the info webinar, with regards to the ECCP matchmaking event, EU-Taiwan matchmaking event, that will take place at the end of this month in Taipei. I'm very pleased to moderate this session. My name is Teodora Jankova, and I'm part of the European Cluster Collaboration Platform team. Before introducing you the agenda, I would like to share with you the housekeeping rules. This webinar is scheduled to last for 1 hour. It will be recorded and together with all materials shared today will be published on the European Cluster Collaboration Platform. All participants are in listening mode, so if you'd like to raise a question or to share some information, please use the chat box or the Q&A box. We will now present the agenda. We will start with welcoming remarks. Then we'll have a brief session on market access information where we will hear the presentation of the input paper. Then we will hear from our partners the presentation of the overall European Innovation Week 2025 agenda. Then we will also we'll go in deep for the presentation for the overall matchmaking mission day by day. Then some technical aspects regarding the B2 match, how to schedule meetings, how to choose details from the agenda. And we will close with the next steps and the short part for Q&A. So without further delay, we will progress with the welcoming remarks. And I'm very, very pleased to welcome on the floor Christophe Guichard from DG Grow at the European Commission for his words. Christophe, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Teodora, and good morning, everyone. I'm Christophe Guichard from the cluster unit of DG Grow at the European Commission, and I'm really pleased to address this event with short opening remarks. Our session this morning will give you some background information to help you to prepare for our upcoming matchmaking event with Taiwan. And this event will be actually the 7th edition we organize with Taiwan. So, as you can see, we have a long tradition of cooperation with Taiwan, and I'm really pleased to welcome all of you from across Europe to participate to this new edition. And our delegation from Europe is actually quite large and well balanced. It includes so far 17 clusters and 1 company from 11 different European countries. So this session this morning will give you some guidance on how to access the market, but also do business and collaborate with Taiwan. It will also give you some general overview on trade trends opportunities in the Taiwanese market, and you will receive practical information on your participation in the whole European Innovation Week 2025 agenda, as well as the Tetronics AI and Internet of Things Expo that will host us to take full advantage of all collaboration opportunities during this mission in Taipei. I would like to thank our counterparts for working all together to make this matchmaking event a success. This includes the External Trade Development Council, Taiwan Industrial Research Institute, the China IP SME Help Desk, the European Economic and Trade Office in Taiwan, and the European Cluster Collaboration Platform. So as you can see, this is really a great teamwork effort. The main objective for this event is to help European and Taiwanese clusters and companies to create new business and innovation partnerships. And I want to stress that the European Commission is keen to be a facilitator of this process. This matchmaking intends to provide increased market access for our businesses and to make sure that our companies can benefit successfully from trade opportunities with Taiwanese partners. This event will also contribute to implement the administrative arrangement that was signed in 2018 to foster cluster and business cooperation. Now, to come back on our event this morning, I trust that this info session will be the beginning of successful business contacts and cooperation. We have prepared a very dense program with various site visits, guided tour at the trade show, informal business reception, and participation in some seminars. So I strongly encourage you to take all these opportunities to network and matchmake with Taiwanese partners during this 3-day mission and to prepare in advance to make the best choice during the mission. Thank you very much, and I wish you a successful mission in Taipei.
Thank you very much, Christoph. And it's really impressive to know and to share that this is the 7th edition. So it is really proving of a very, very long and a lot successful cooperation between EU and Taiwan. Please now to welcome on the floor Kate Yu, Senior Project Manager at Taiwan External Trade Development Council. Thank you very much for the cooperation, and thank you very much for having you today. Kate, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Good morning. I'm Kate Wu. On behalf of TAITRA, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the ECCP for its continued efforts in promoting Taiwan and the EU economic and industrial cooperation. We are so delighted to learn that a delegation of 15 European clusters will visit Taiwan during the upcoming European Innovation Week in October. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all our European partners who will soon be visiting Taiwan. We truly look forward to seeing you here and engaging in deeper conversations to explore future collaboration during the European Innovation Week. Welcome and thank you.
Thank you very much, Kate. We are all very, very excited and really working hard, but thank you for also your hard work for building and keeping this cooperation going on. So thank you once again, and we are really counting the days, and we are looking that the program is expanding on a daily basis. So thank you very much. And also very thankful to Angela Xiao, Policy Officer at the European Economic and Trade Office in Taiwan. Angela, thank you for bridging us and helping and supporting. So I'm giving you the floor for your welcoming words as well.
Thank you, Theodora. Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm Angela Xiao, Policy Officer at the European Economic and Trade Office in Taiwan. And I'm very happy to welcome you to today's info session ahead of the 2025 European Innovation Week in Taipei. It's great to see so many European clusters and SMEs preparing to join this year's mission, which is now just less than 2 weeks away. Over the past editions, the European Innovation Week has been a real success, connecting European and Taiwanese industries, fostering innovation and building valuable business partnerships. So this year, we look forward to continuing that success with an exciting program of foreign site visit and matchmaking activities. My colleague Anne will share more details about the program and logistics later in this webinar. So I'll keep my remarks brief. We are truly excited to welcome you all to Taipei very soon, and we hope this session helps you get ready for a productive and enjoyable mission. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Angela, for your words. And as said earlier, we are also very excited and can't wait of meeting you in person in less than 2 weeks, as you mentioned. So we continue further with our program, and I'm pleased to give the floor to my colleague as part of the ECCP team, Vincent, to present the Setting the Scene, Market Access Information, the highlights from the input paper. So Vincent, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm going to give a small presentation today about Taiwan. We're going to start with the economic profile, then we're also going to talk about the EU linkages a bit, and later on we are going to talk about the cluster landscape and cluster policy. So to start with the economic profile, we can see in 2024 that Taiwan has reached a GDP of 715 billion, and this translates to a GDP per capita in purchasing power parity, so adjusted to the price levels of around 30,100 in 2024. And this is also a value which is comparable to other strong Southeast Asian economies, like South Korea, for example, and is also significantly above about the GDP per capita of China. We can see that Taiwan had a very strong and consistent economic growth over the past 2 decades at around 4.1%, highlighting not only the strong but very consistent growth and also a resilient economy. And overall, we can see, if we look at the right-hand side, we can see the GDP share by sector in Taiwan. We can see that industry is really a very strong and significant part of the economy at around 37%. If we compare this, for example, to Europe, we are more around 22%. So it really highlights the strength of the industry sector. This is followed by services with 62%, and agriculture is relatively minor at 1.5% of GDP. If we go to the next slide now, we're going to look at the export structure of Taiwan. This is the export composition of exported goods. And what we can see here, what's really striking, is that electronics and machinery are a very strong point of exports. Here, electronics account for around 45% of total exports. This is followed by machinery as 18%. So these two together account for more than 60% of total exports. And it really showcases that electronics and machinery are really a competitive edge for Taiwan in the high-tech market. And what we can see with the other sectors, like textile and agriculture, is that they have been on a slight decline. And it really points out to Taiwan's transition to really high-value manufacturing. On the next slide, we are going to look now at the linkages on the value chains between the EU and Taiwan. So we're going to look at trade concentration first, which we can see on the right-hand side, with the imports of EU-27 countries from Taiwan and also exports from EU-27 to Taiwan. So what we can see when we look at imports is really the same story on the export side, is that two countries really stand out with their trade, Vietnam and these Germany and the Netherlands. When it comes to imports, these two countries account for more than 50% of the EU imports from Taiwan. On the export side, even more, with Germany and Netherlands account for around 60%. And what we can also see when we look at the total imports from EU countries from Taiwan, it's around 45 billion, while the exports account for 30 billion. So we also see a trade deficit on the side of the EU. If you look at the import structure now, like what European countries import, we see that machines and transport and also manufactured goods are the most important categories. And within the commodity areas, it's mostly semiconductors and ICT components within that group. And what we see on the export side is that EU countries export a lot of machinery and chemicals and other manufactured articles. And if we look at specific commodities, one commodity that's the most exported commodity is machines for semiconductor manufacturing. So we see kind of a dual dependence here, that the EU is importing a lot of semiconductors from Taiwan, but at the same time exporting the machinery which is necessary to produce these semiconductors. Regarding the framework, there is no formal EU-Taiwan trade agreement in place, but both parties engage in trade and investment dialogues to further strengthen the economic ties between the EU and Taiwan. We can go to the next slide. We were going to see the cluster landscape. To begin with, there are right now 47 cluster organizations registered on the ECCP from Taiwan, which is a very significant number, especially if we think we have around 400 non-EU cluster organizations registered on the ECCP, and 47 of these are from Taiwan. So they really have a significant share of non-EU cluster organizations on the ECCP. What we can see in terms of distribution is that most of them are located in the northern region, 38 of them, and 27 of those are in Taipei. When it comes to the industrial ecosystems of these cluster organizations, we can see that three stand out here. The biggest ecosystems are digital, electronics, and renewable energy. One thing also to note when talking about the Taiwanese cluster landscape is they have a relatively larger staff base. So employees, the cluster organizations on average have more employees, and this is highlighting a stronger administrative capacities of these clusters and also enabling them to have a stronger outreach. And at the same time, we have a larger membership base. So on average, cluster organizations from Taiwan are greater. They are bigger, they have more members. And this is also highlighting a greater reach and diversity, and also makes it for European clusters more interesting because every cluster organization has a very great outreach with a large number of members. When we go to the next slide, we will see or talk now about the cluster policy of Taiwan. One needs to highlight here that it's not a dedicated cluster policy. It is a policy focusing on innovation. It's the 5.2 Innovative Industry Plan is the name of it. And it aims to strengthen innovative ecosystem, R&D spending, and as well as building research facilities for SMEs and startups, and also to create a place where industry and clusters can exist and also where they exchange knowledge. And the purpose of this policy is to help Taiwan to face economic challenges and also to link its industries to global markets and corporations. There are priority areas in here, like they start with 5 priority areas, which were Internet of Things, biomedical, green energy, smart machinery, and defense. And then it got extended later on, and agriculture and circular economy were added. And also within these, there are some cross-sectoral focuses. These include digital economy, cultural innovations, and semiconductors. And for example, one program within the 5.2 plan is the Green Energy Innovation Program, which aims to transition Taiwan's energy system to a low carbon production, and it focuses a lot on offshore and wind. And what we can see already here is that a lot of the priorities of the policy really strongly align with EU industrial policies like digitalization, green transition, digital transition, and resilience. So this also makes it very interesting, attractive for cluster collaboration. And on the right side, we can talk a bit about the existing cluster collaboration or target markets. We can see here that, for example, a lot of 6 clusters from Spain target the Taiwanese market, or they have on the website, on the database, indicated that they targeted also this, followed by Bulgaria and Lithuania. And what's very interesting here is that if you look at the ecosystems, the most represented ecosystems of European clusters that target Taiwan is in digital, electronics, and renewable energy. So again, in line with this. And there are also already a few Euro clusters that are targeting Taiwan. One, for example, is the Elbe Euro cluster that engages in renewable energy collaborations. This is mostly led by the Belgian Blue cluster. And there's another, for example, the Resist, that focuses on Taiwan's automotive and electronic sector and promotes transition efforts. That Euro cluster has specifically indicated Taiwan as a target market. So if we go to the next slide, we can wrap up the session, a potential outlook. We can really see that Taiwan's technological strength and EU-Tai's position as an ideal hub for cluster collaboration, especially in digital innovation, electronics, and machinery. Also green transition. We see really strong economic fundamentals in Taiwan, a very strong sector in semiconductors, ICT, really high value sectors. We see broadening growth horizons with a country that's now focusing more and more, has a very strong manufacturing sector, but is focusing more now on green and digital transition, also more on the service sector. We see that we have a deepening EU-Taiwan ties, where Taiwan and EU actively engage in cooperation. We have these trade dialogues, and we also see really dynamic cluster engagement with a very broad cluster landscape that's already registered on the ECCP from Taiwan. And also we see a very strong innovation leadership in Taiwan with their strong focus on R&D, on innovation policies, especially in these areas, which very strongly aligns with EU industrial policies. Thank you very much for this. That was it from our side.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vincent, for this overview. As mentioned earlier, we will be sharing this presentation together with the recording to all participants. Also will be uploaded on the European Cluster Collaboration Platform, so you will have a chance to review, and also all these key aspects that have been shared. We hope that they will support you in your preparation. We will continue the program with the presentation, the overall presentation of the European Innovation Week 2025. Pleased to welcome on the floor Anne Wenck from the E3, our partners, to make the overall presentation. Some aspects that you will hear, I will repeat afterwards in our day-by-day mission presentation for this matchmaking event, because obviously we are trying to take all possible from the overall agenda of the European Innovation Week and implement it in our program. So Anne, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. My name is Anne, and I'm from E3. It's a great pleasure that E3 and our team is acting as a coordinator for this year's European Innovation Week. So here I would like to give you a brief update regarding our weekly program, which will take place in Taipei in the next 2 weeks. So here you can see that the program will be 3-4 days. So starting from Tuesday, 21st of October till 23rd of October. So in the afternoon of 21st of October, we will start with the company visit. So we will show you the 2 Taiwanese leading companies. So the first one is Solomon Technology, so which is focusing on the industrial AI and also AIoT robotics technology. And then the second company we will visit Foxconn. So maybe most of you already know that it's one of the largest electronic manufacturers worldwide. So in this afternoon, we will visit 2 Taiwanese companies. And then after the company visit, we will take you with the same bus to the hotel, which will taking place from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. in the evening. It will be the EIW grand opening and network reception. So here we will have a official opening event to welcome all delegates and officials from EU, and also we will include the official from Taiwan side and also the companies clusters from Taiwan to attend this reception. So it is a very great opportunity for everyone to be here and to network with everyone. And for these 2 events, which you can see I mark with the orange box, it's mainly because that for the rest of the programs, for example, the forums or the matchmakings, that you can see their detailed info such as agenda or registration information on the B2Match website already. And regarding these 2 events taking place on the 21st of October, so the site visit and the grand opening, which are only by invitations. So we don't present that much details on this B2 site. So regarding these 2, I will also give you a more detailed info at the next slides. So on the second day in the morning, you will, in the morning that you will go to the Nangang Exhibition Center. So this year's that the EIW will take place at the same time as this trade show of Taitronics and AIoT Taiwan at the same time. So it will taking place at the same week. So you will be there for the opening and also a guided tour. So that's the morning session. And in the afternoon, we will have 3 forums taking place at the same time. So the first 2 forums will taking place at the Taipei International Convention Center, so which is located almost right next to the Taipei 101 if you have been to Taiwan already. So the forum of this industrial AI and energy transition, and then the other one about the drones technology, these 2 will taking place at the same venue, just a different meeting room. And the third forum regarding the Taiwan-Poland Smart City plus the B2B matchmaking, this one, it will take place at the Nangang Exhibition Center. So it depends also how you would like to approach or which topic is more interested for you, for your company, because logistics wise, so if you are already at the exhibition center in the morning, then you just have a lunch break there. And then in the afternoon, there's already another Smart City Forum, and then combined with the matchmaking session. But on the other side, if you are more interested on the other topics, so for example, energy transition, industrial AI, or drone technologies, then we are also very happy and welcome that you move to another venue at the Taipei International Convention Center, because here you can also just participate 2 forums at the same time, because it will all start from 2 p.m. until 5:30. So basically, you can also join one session at the energy transition and then another session at the drones technology. So here is more flexibility for your own decisions. And for the third day, it will mainly focusing on the forums and the matchmaking session. So for the whole day program, that there will be EU-Taiwan Business Clusters Forum and Matchmaking session at the Nangang Exhibition Center. So there's a one meeting room for this forum and the matchmaking. And then in the afternoon, there will be another forum for the topic about Taiwan-Poland smart mobility. And then afterwards, there's also a B2B matchmaking session follow-up. So here you can see the overall weekly program for the entire EIW. And as I mentioned earlier, for the detailed info about the matchmaking and the forums, you can see it already at the B2Match website. Okay, and now I will go a little bit further details into the first day's program, because that's something that you cannot find on this B2Match website. Okay, next slide, please. So here, as I mentioned, we will visit 2 Taiwanese companies. So starting from 1:30 to 3 p.m. in the afternoon, we will go to Solomon Technology. And then from 3:30 until 5 p.m., we will visit Foxconn. But the final office, the site visiting destination, we are still trying to confirm. So it's still communicating, is still on the way, but we will let you know as soon as possible. And the groups for the site, for the company visit will include as following. So of course, the officials from the DG Grow, and also the representatives from all the clusters, SMEs, and then the representatives from the EU office here in Taipei, and also the member states here represents in Taipei, and also our colleagues, which will lead you through the company visits. So here I would like to give a reminder that for the 21st October's program, so starting from the afternoon until evening, we will organize the shuttle bus for you, so you don't have to worry about the transportation. So now we are aiming to pick you up at 12:30 at the Taipei Fortune South Hotel. So I know some of you already made your reservation with the hotel, but if you haven't done it yet, we also please try to do it as soon as possible, because we also ask them to reserve the special rates and also numbers of rooms for us. So it would be very nice that if you could reserve the room by the end of tomorrow, because we will pick you up at 12:30 at the hotel lobby. So, but of course, if you have other scheduled plan in the morning or something else came up that you cannot catch the bus, you can still meet us directly at the Solomon, but please make sure that you arrive at Solomon 10 minutes before the visiting time, so we can make sure that everybody's there, everybody is in the groups. Okay, and next slide, please. So here in the evening, that after the company visit, the shuttle bus will take you directly from Foxconn to the hotel, which we will have approximately 200 participants attending for this grand opening and reception. And of course, very happy that we will have 4 VIP guests to deliver the opening remarks. So 2 will be from the EU side and 2 from the Taiwanese sides. And here you can also have a glance view of about the venue that we will provide the standing buffet starting from 6:30 until 9 o'clock. So of course, after the VIP's remarks, that we will open the buffet to everyone. So that's the time that for you to get to know each other and to enjoy the meal. And as I mentioned earlier, for this grand opening reception, it is only by invitation. So it would be very kind that if you could register via this link shown on the slides, so we can calculate and make our registration process smoother at the time, so we can make sure that everyone is there. Yes.
Sorry,
thank you.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. No, you can continue. Just to make one note now to the participants that are part of the ECCP group. Of course, I will have it now I will have it now in my presentation. I will give them instructions. So basically, what we can do is that everyone from the ECCP delegation, we will submit already with you the names. So I mean, maybe we can clear that process so to make sure that you have all the names. But of course, if it would be easier for you, we will give you the names to you, but also ask our delegates also to register through the link. But this is an aspect that we will clear.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, so thank you. And so yeah, this is the last slide of my presentation. And if you have further questions, feel free to ask or contact me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anne. Thank you. So we will. This was a great overview of the overall program of the European Innovation Week. Now the delegates all that are here with us today, some of the information that have just been presented, and maybe Anne, you can continue staying with us on the line. Some of the information that just has been presented now you will hear also in the presentation of the day-by-day EU-Taiwan matchmaking event, which is basically the ECCP program and schedule. So now, I mean, with this information, I believe it will become more clear. I see some comments and questions already in the chat box. So the days, we are following the same. Our mission is the matchmaking mission is following the same dates as those that have been presented for the European Innovation Week. We will start. So you heard from Anne that there will be the information about the site visits that will be taking place in the afternoon. So I will not repeat that information. But here, if you look on the screen, you see already on the 21st that it is our business seminar and site visits day. We will start in the morning, so all European ECCP participants, delegates that have been approved and are part of the official hour delegation, we will send you the final program. As just has been confirmed about the hotel, we will start from the morning. We have the hotel later. I will repeat it once again, and we will send it again in the emails. We will start from, at the moment, currently it's planned for around 9 o'clock, but this will be precise and shared with you. There will be an introduction from everyone as who is in the group. We will be also today we don't have with us Zoran Stamicic from the ESME, the European Commission, who will be also part of the team on site. We will have a presentation. Also, there will be a business seminar, still a session that will help you to prepare and to understand how to do business in Taiwan. And then this will be planned till 12:30 in the morning, where you've heard from Anne that they will come and pick us from the hotel with buses to go to the 2 site visits that have been presented. And after that, we will go to the grand opening reception. So this is for day 1. We will start in the morning. And then we will have the morning as a business seminar morning, and then we will continue with the site visits and the grand opening reception. On day 2, as also presented earlier, we will, from the very morning, we will go at the Taitronics and IoT event for a guided tour, and also we will take place, we will participate at the opening ceremony at Taitronics. After that, there will be opportunity for you to plan your day, your afternoon. You can continue with stand visits and meetings at Taitronics, or you can choose via B2Match, and my colleague afterwards will demonstrate and show you. You can choose via B2Match registration to participate in the forums that were earlier presented, the forums that are taking place in the afternoon. This is something that needs to be done and chosen by the it's a selection, so you need to select it if you'd like to participate in those forums. Alternatively, you can check the exhibitors at Taitronics and IoT event and continue with the meetings there. And then on day 3, we will have, as you've seen it earlier in the program, we start from early morning with the pitchings. There will be a welcoming, and then we will have a round of pitching session. All EU clusters and SMEs that are part of the delegation will make their very brief presentations, like pitches in the format of 2-3 slides, and vice versa. The local counterparts that have been selected from our partners from Taitra will also, those organizations also will have such presentations, which is helping you just before the matchmaking meetings. This is helping you to, if you missed a company or organization, to schedule a meeting with them via B2Match, after hearing these presentations, brief presentations on what the companies are offering, what are you looking for, to engage and basically potentially find new potential partners to exchange or to have a brief meeting. There will be some networking opportunities during lunch break and coffee breaks between the 2 matchmaking sessions, where you will initiate such meetings. So these are the 3 days. Our program will start from 21st in the morning, as I said, approximately around 9 o'clock in the morning, and we will be finishing the matchmaking day on 23rd of October, around, including the debriefing session, around 5:30, 6 o'clock. So we have, it is important this to be taken into account. Some European organizations, clusters have already reached to us to ask what time is approximately we will be finishing the program. This is important for those that are looking to catch flights, take the flights, return flights to Europe on the same evening. So we know that majority of the flights are late in the evening to Europe, so we believe this would not be a problem to proceed with the flight in case you would be leaving on the same day. With that program, most likely the time that you can plan on your own an evening. This is the evening on day 2. At some matchmaking events that we organize, sometimes we decide on a joint program on that day. But of course, this is your free time in the evening on day 2, so you can make your plans, or you can decide to take other meetings. We can continue maybe after this presentation. Now we can continue with the B2Match presentation. I'll pass the floor to my colleague Daniel, and then we will answer to the questions when we am having the wrapping up for the session. Daniel, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Good morning and good afternoon to everyone. So regarding the B2Match, as most of you are acquainted with, we are doing our matchmaking events. We are doing via the B2Match platform, and you have been invited already to register on a on the B2Match platform. So this time, the actual matchmaking will take place on a given the specificities of the event, will take place on the B2Match provided by our Taiwanese colleagues. So there is another. This is not enough that you have for this event. It is not enough that you have registered on the B2Match provided by us, yes, by the European Cluster Collaboration Platform. So it is this B2Match that you see here with the link. Yes, this is the link. But because I saw a question that is not functioning, I have checked it is functioning. Maybe if you write, yeah, or you just take the link, we will provide you anyhow the link after the webinar finishes. So it is important that you register. You don't have to create a new account, yes, because when you click on this link, you get this you go to this page. Yeah, you don't have to create a new account. So if you have your account, yeah, you just log in your existing B2Match account. Yeah, and then you have all the information the general information that you have provided, both for your personal information and the organizational information. So please do not create a new account, because this will lead in the future, because you will participate also in the future to other events. This will lead to confusion, yeah, which account you use, and you will want to avoid this. So use your account that you already have, because you have one, because you have already registered for this event and you have been approved. So we will provide a link, a dedicated link for the European participants to register. But should you prefer to register via the general, via this, yes, this general link, then make sure that you select ECCP EU delegation participants, because there are differences in the program for EU participants, yeah, for these categories that have been set here. So you have two options. You click on the link that you receive, the registration link that we will provide you, or if you go by the general web page of the event, please do select this ECCP EU delegation participants. And when you go through the program and click there, what is there to be clicked in the program, make sure to click on sign me up for networking, so that you are able to request and accept meetings in the matchmaking session. You will see Teodora has presented you the program. So you will have to select on the 22nd of October, you have to select from these three. Yes, you have to select. This is a selection. Make sure that you select the one that best fits your interest. For the third day of the event, also make sure you add this Taiwan EU Business and Cluster Seminar to your agenda. And for the first day, you are automatically assigned to the thematic site visits and to the European Innovation Week grand opening and reception. So this we have already done for you. So these are, yeah, and of course, when you are in the B2Match, the most important thing is to add opportunities. You have to, unfortunately, we have noticed that this is not used as it should be in general. So you have to describe what are your offers, what are your demands, requests, so that for products, services, partnerships, so that Taiwanese counterparts, partners know why they should meet with you. So this is, take the time and use this link, use this feature of B2Match and add your cooperation opportunities. And of course, yeah, you should of course book meetings. The meetings are not the fact that you have booked a meeting is the first step. The partner has to accept it. So check regularly your account for pending meetings. Yeah, if you have meeting requests, yeah, which you should accept, or yeah, you can also use the messaging feature there to when you ask for a meeting to briefly present, yeah, who you are and why you are interested to meet with the selected partner. So thank you, and we wish you a very successful events. And if there are questions, yes, sure, we are happy to answer them.
Thank you very much, Daniel, for this overview. I don't know, Kate, would you like also to add some aspects with regards to the B2Match?
Yeah, thank you very much to Daniel for the introduction on B2Match and matchmaking meetings. I would like to provide some additional information. Tetra has been actively promoting this event through various channels and will continue to do so. As of yesterday, approximately 80 Taiwanese participants have registered on B2Match, including leading companies such as Advantech, Zhonghua Telecom Security. During the promotion, we received numerous calls and emails from Taiwanese companies. They are expressing their strong interest in meeting with the delegations. Once delegations complete their online registration, we will continue our promotional efforts to facilitate networking between delegations and the Taiwanese participants. In addition, if delegations have a list of companies you would like to meet, please feel free to share it with ECCP so we can assist with invitations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kate. Yes, it's highly appreciated. We see the efforts on the backside of the B2Match. We see that the number of participants, the local participants, are growing every day. As you just mentioned, you participants, when they will create and retrieve their profiles, they will be able to see who is currently already registered from the Taiwanese side. They will see many leading companies. For this is a message to the European clusters. There are some R&D institutes, there are cluster organizations, but please also consider some of the SMEs that you will see registered and approved on the platform, because these are leading organizations that for sure will be, the meetings with them will be very helpful for your members. Thank you very much, Kate, for this. And now we'll wrap up with some important aspects, which will answer to some of the questions that I've seen in the chat box. So the main hotel that we have selected for the morning on the 21st of October, where we will have the business seminar, as well as from where the buses will leave for the site visits, is Taipei Fullerton South. Information has been shared with all you participants that have registered through the open call from the ECCP. The booking deadline that they will be keeping the originally the booking deadline has been shared to 18th of October. But as Anne previously mentioned, please make sure that till tomorrow, if you have not booked your accommodation and you would like to use this accommodation, please make sure that you have used the rooms and options provided by tomorrow, as due to Taitronics and IoT, this week it's going to be very busy in Taipei. So we would not be able to keep further the pre-booked meetings, pre-booked rooms. Of course, it is not a must to be in that hotel, neither as accommodation, but of course, this is helping a lot for logistical aspects. Then for some Europeans, make sure that you have checked the entry visa requirements. After this webinar today, the recording together with the single presentations will be uploaded on the European Cluster Collaboration Platform, and we will follow up with an email to all that have participated today, so you can find this information. And we strongly advise you, as you just heard from Kate, the number of already local participants, organizations, clusters that have registered, we advise you to start retrieving your profiles on the B2Match from tomorrow, which will help you already to start making the plans. We will also, in the follow-up email, will include once again apart from these registrations, for where you need to register. I refer actually to the question that the discussion that we made with Anne regarding the evening on the 21st for the reception. For the site visits, all the email names of our group will be given, so there's no need for this you to worry. We will also check whether you need to register for the reception, but otherwise we will share your details. And then for the 22nd, if you would like to participate in any of the forums, if you feel that these forums are appealing, are interested for your sectorial focus, for your interest, you can select through the B2Match as Daniel just shown. If you feel that they are not concrete, not suitable for you, you can proceed. No need to make a choice. You can proceed with the site visits, with visiting different stands at the expo. For day 3, it's important, the meeting, so you need to be with us and to select it from the program from B2Match, but also this is part of the official ECCP program, so you need to prepare. Also for that day, as we said, for that day we will have the pitching session. We will send you instructions together with the template. For entry visa requirements, basically in order to, I see there is a question, if you need to enter in the country, in Taiwan, if you need a visa, I believe everyone have checked this already. So if you need a visa, please check whether for you need a visa, because we are having from many countries, we are having participants. So this is responsibility for each participant to make sure that they have checked if there are any entry requirements. I also have checked that there is a question about the transportation. You heard earlier about transportation for the site visits with the buses. Otherwise, from the previous experience when we've been in Taipei, the local transportation with the metro is very convenient, very easy, accessible. So we will produce a participants booklet, of course, where we will indicate the different meeting points. But in Taipei, the transportation system, it's very easy by the metro. So we will be using the metro for reaching the expo on the day 2 and day 3. And of course, some participants may choose a different hotel. Once again, to repeat, and with that we will finish this webinar. We will send you all these materials together with the presentations. We advise you to start creating your profiles and booking meetings, and you will have an instructions for the pitching session, as well as we will once again share with you about the hotel in case you have not sorted your accommodation. We will also welcome you at the LinkedIn group design for this particular event. So I would like to thank you very much for being with us this morning. I thank to all the partners and colleagues that have presented the materials and prepared for this presentation today. And we are very much looking forward to seeing you in Taipei and have and build together one very successful matchmaking mission. Thank you very much, and see you soon in Taipei.